Medic, and in this video I will show you the specifics of how to use the standard seed searcher and the egg seed searcher on PPRNG. So up here, it's pretty straightforward. It's your configuration that you set up before. If you only have one setting, it'll be already there. Right now I'm actually searching for a flawless shiny deerling that I've been trying to RNG for a few days now. Basically, if you're searching for something really uncommon, like a flawless shiny Pokemon, you're gonna want to search for a few years. So that's what this is. But if you're just looking for a flawless Pokemon, you're gonna get a lot more lucky. I would search for 1 year. These are the held buttons. If you're looking for something more uncommon, I would actually check all three. The difference between egg seed searching and standard seed searching is that there are no parents to influence the IVs, so this is all random, and it's it's much harder to find a seed that is both flawless and shiny. This is the IV pattern of the Pokemon you're looking for. Pretty straightforward. You check this box if the Pokemon you're looking for is a roamer. A lot of times these roaming Pokemon are, for example, Suicune, Entei, Raikou, Mesprit, also Thundurus and Tornadus in their respective games. If you're looking for a specific hidden power, you check this box and you can select the type and the power. I don't like to bother with that. Mostly IRNG for the fun of it. IRNG for collecting Pokemon. That's pretty much the only reason. I'm not really competitive, so. But if you are, you're going to want to use this. Alright, IV frame. When I RNG'd my first wild Pokemon, I had no idea what this was. Now I have a pretty good idea, so I'll let you in on this secret. Alright, so the way you advance your IV frame is by walking 128 steps with N number of Pokemon in your party. For example, if I walk 128 steps and have 4 Pokemon in my party, that will advance the IV frame by 4. This gets a little tricky if your target seed is on, example, the second IV frame. That doesn't give you a whole lot of options for Pokemon to bring with you. You would need a Chatot with Sweet Scent, unless you have some other way to advance your PID frames, which there really aren't very many other good ways to do it. This is pretty straightforward as well. Check this box if you're looking for a shiny Pokemon. This is similar to the Everstone. I think this attracts Pokemon of the opposite sex. This attracts bug Pokemon? I don't know. I have no idea what this does. But this will increase the chance of you finding a Pokemon with the same nature as your synchronizer, which you would have in the first slot of your party. I'm not doing this, so I hit other. Nature, ability, gender, ratio, that's all the same from the egg seed searcher. If you're going for a particular gender, you're going to have to select the ratio. And this is in terms of female. So, for an example, A Pokemon that is 1/8 female is typically starters and Eevee. 3/4 female, for example, would be like Vulpix. Most Pokemon are half. In this drop-down list, you'll see the different types of encounters available to you. Most commonly, you'll be using this one. Most Pokemon occur in grass cave while surfing, or I'm not really sure what spot means. But if you're looking for fish in Outbreak, Swirling Dust, Shadows on the Bridge, Stationary Legendary Pokemon. This is kind of important. A lot of people like to use this. That's what that's for. Doubles Grass, and then Starter Fossil Gift Roamer is all in one here. I'm looking for Pokemon on land that occurs in 0, 4, and 6 encounter slots. And the way encounter slots work is like this. I kind of talked a little bit about this in my video where I RNG'd my first flawless wild Pokemon, but it's a little bit slightly more complicated than that, but once you get the hang of what this means, it's pretty straightforward. I'm looking for Deerling, so Route 6, 0, 4, I think, and then 6. But say I somehow get lost and end up on Route 5. Instead, I might encounter a flawless shiny this Pokemon, or a flawless shiny this Pokemon. Whatever is in the same encounter slots, it's actually 3, I meant 4. Shiny flawless this Pokemon. So it doesn't really matter what route you're on, so there's no place on here to put that in, so don't worry about that. All you need to do is make sure that you have the right encounter slots for the route that you're on. And these should all be none, because you're not doing that. Alright, PID frame. I'm kind of lazy. I don't like doing a lot of chat-tot flips, so I like to lower the number of maximum PID frames. I think it starts out around 500 when you first open this. I'm actually in the middle of a search right now, as you can see. It's been searching since earlier this afternoon, and it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning right now, which is why I'm talking kind of funny. Yeah, so I lowered the amount of maximum PID frames so that I wouldn't have to do so many chat-tot flips. It's actually pretty lucky that I got this seed because I'm pretty particular about what I'm looking for. Alright, so once you have your seed that you want, you double click on it like this. It's slow because it's searching. You get a window that looks like this. This is the date and time that your seed occurs. So when you're entering the time into your DS, this will be what you're going to enter in. It has to be the right date, it has to be the right hour, it has to be the right minute. But if you're like me and you have to start your game 8 seconds early, I would actually recommend you put in 1 minute instead of 2. So give yourself extra time to hit 2 minutes and 15 seconds. As you can see, these are my hold buttons, up and X. And this is the specifics of my particular seed. I'm not going to touch this. And it looks like the Pokemon occurs on the 2nd PID frame, but on the 7th IV frame. So when you use the summary of your chat-tot with a recorded chatter, that's what advances these frames, just these ones. when you walk, say I have 2 chat tots, well actually I'll need 1 because I don't have like 80 chatters to do, so I'm going to take 1 chat tot, my Sweet Center, and a Pokemon with false swipe, so it makes capturing a little easier. That means I'll have 3 Pokemon in my party. So when I walk 128 steps, it'll go 1, 2, 3 to that frame, and then I walk 128 more steps and it'll go 1, 2, 3 to that frame, and then I'll be on the right IV frame. So then I open up my menu, and hypothetically, when I go to the summary of my 2 chat tots, I should get this Pokemon after I Sweet Scent. Hypothetically, this should work, but I haven't tried advancing IV frames yet. That's just how I read how to do it. Maybe I'll post a video on how to do that later, but for now, this video is kind of running long, and I'm getting kind of tired. So let's go to egg search. This is what you're going to want to do to find an egg seed. These are much easier to find flawless shiny parents with, especially if you're using an international Ditto or any international Pokemon. International means that the 2 languages of the Pokemon that you're using are from different nationalities, like a French and Japanese Pokemon, a English and Spanish Pokemon, a German and Japanese Pokemon. If the 2 languages are different, you will check this box, and that will greatly increase the chances of you finding a shiny seed. So this is pretty easy. All you do is type in the IVs of the parents. If you don't know how to find out the IVs of your Pokemon, I suggest you go to pokecheck.org, follow the instructions on the main page, and here you go, how to use Pokecheck. Make sure you read this very carefully. And don't forget to read the rules and the FAQ before you use the shout box. Pokecheck is a safe method of checking the IVs of your Pokemon. As you can see here, I've used it plenty for my own purposes, and I have yet to have a complaint. So let's assume for a second that Ferroseed and Snorunt can have babies, which I doubt they can. Snorunt is female, so I'd put Snorunt's stats in here. Ferroseed is male, so I'd put his stats in here. Alright, if you're using an Everstone, whichever Pokemon that you gave the Everstone, and it says ES in the nature, that's the nature it's going to have. If the parent you gave the Everstone has a brave nature, and you see ES here, it means that Pokemon's nature is going to be brave. Right? These are held buttons. Normally 1 is good if you're having a hard time finding a seed, but if you need to check more, you totally can do that. I don't like to use more than 1 because sometimes I forget to hold my buttons, but I've been getting better at it, so I've been experimenting with 1 or 2. I like to lower this to about 80 because, like I said earlier, I get distracted in the middle of chat-tot flips and I lose count. So this kind of guarantees that I won't have anything ridiculous like 150 chat-tot flips or, you know, like 200 chat-tot flips. It'll drive me absolutely nuts. So this way I know that I will find a seed that is within 40, 50 chat-tot flips of my my first starting egg. So You want to leave this 8 to 8 because all eggs start on IV frame 8, so that's good. Shiny box, kind of self-explanatory. Nature, ability, hidden ability. Check this if you're looking for a dream world ability, but remember that if you're breeding with a ditto, a female cannot pass on its dream world ability. Gender, if you're looking for a specific gender, for example, if you're breeding specifically for egg moves, you'd want a male, and if it's an Eevee, it's 1/8 female, so that's what you would do. Most Pokemon are 1/2, but if you don't do this ratio, you're not guaranteed to get the gender you're looking for. If you don't want to type in all the EVs that you're looking for, there are some presets here. For example, a Pokemon that would be good with Trick Room has 0 speed, but Hex Flawless means flawless in all 6 stats. So once you have all this set up, this is if you're using a Nidoran or Elomise, but I'm not. I don't think I ever would, so I don't do that. And then hit search. Hopefully you get a seed. Okay, it's taking too long. Just for posterity's sake, I'm just gonna type this in here so I can find a seed really fast. I'm tired. I don't want to make this video anymore. Alright, so it should find me a Pokemon that, there we go. Okay, stop. So, see how you can see here it says ES. That means that it's going to pass on the nature that the Pokemon is holding the Everstone. So, you don't want to pick something that's too close to the PID start because the default starting PID, like actually, is somewhere anywhere between 3 and 8 frames after this number. So I like to pick something that's like 10, at least 10 away, like this. Double click on it, and you should get a window like this. So as you can see here, you'll probably get a Pokemon that's from here to here. Any one of these might be the first egg you pick up. But once you get it, it'll be the same number of frames every time. So say I get this one when I first pick it up from the daycare man. You want to do this because the NPCs around him will actually kind of mess with your PID frames. So you want to see like what your actual starting frame is. Let's say for example it's this one, and I'm looking for this Pokemon. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chat dot, summary, flips. And that's it. That's how you use both of the seed searchers for standard and eggs. When I learn how to do the trainer ID search, which I'm going to learn soon, I'll make another tutorial. Thanks for watching.